Tarn, Bliss, and Sliver goes on a rampage in the galaxies, wreaking havoc. They were created by Logos Prime. Logos that was influenced tremendously by Liege Maximal. It was Liege Maximal's plan all along to create an army of destruction. And with Logos's powers, he was able to do that. So with these three, they go on a rampage. And so Logos Prime and Liege Maximal jumps into universes to make more of an army, with Tarn leading the way. He goes and sets forth to create more armies. And with this, the counterpart of Logos Prime, Vector Prime, can't stand still as he watches other galaxies and worlds get destroyed. Especially since Unicron, that has escaped the wrath of the 13 primes, is still lingering and rejuvenating, trying to get better. So we have also Alpha Trion that is behind Vector Prime to see if any solution can be made. So they go back in time and try to change the past from where Megatronus, before he has turned into the Fallen, and before Solus Prime was destroyed. She was destroyed because Liege Maximal convinced Megatronus to destroy her. So, with the past being changed, the future could not be undone. They were always dying. So we have here the weapons, the artifacts that was left. The Requiem Blaster from Megatronus and the Forge of Solus, the hammer. So knowing this, Vector Prime couldn't undo what was done in the past. So they go back in the past to Armagardus Prime, the shapeshifter. And Armagardus Prime holds the artifact, the quill artifact. And Alpha Trion begs Armagardus Prime to be in their aid to help the future of the Autobots. Armagardus Prime is reluctant at first, but then he goes and gives in, and with the quilt he goes and writes on the Covenant of Primes the future. So where we have here from the three wreaking havoc, Tarn, Sliver, and Bliss out on patrol. We also have Onyx Prime, who was tempted by Liege Maximal, and he also is the one that contributed to the creation of Sliver, who is part beast. But Armagardus is very changed that with the pen. Instead of creating more beasts, evil beasts, he made Onyx Prime change his mind, and Armagardus did it for the better. So when Liege Maximal tried to tempt him, he refused. And that's where he was always carrying the Matrix from the Beast Wars, and he is descended, the origin of the Beast Wars. So he went on to create them. Liege Maximo, devastated of all this, he goes and tries to make more and more evil. So when we have Vector Prime and Alpha Trion, with now Alpha Trion carrying Solus, the Forge of Solus, and the Requiem Blaster, Amygdalus Prime didn't know what to do with how to change Megatronus and Solus. So with such despair, he needed a power from the two. Instead of them meeting their demise, he went and wrote down Unity, Project Unity, whereas Megatronus and Solus was combined. He created Mega Solus. Mega Solus is the forge of the Apex armor that was created by Solus. And with this Apex armor and the blending of the two, he also had it where it was fused with the 13 primes color to give it more of their special abilities and power. So we have Mega Solus, Project Unity in hand. So with this, Vector Prime was pleased, and Alpha Trion was ecstatic to have Mega Solus on their side. So he gives them the two artifacts which belongs to them, the Requiem Blaster and the Forge of Solus. Now this is not like any Transformer, but it is neither he or she, but the combined unison of gender and the color that knows no equal. There are no boundaries with Mega Solus. He goes and tries to combine all that is wrong into one element. So we have unison. So with this, they try to go and fix all that is wrong from Logos Prime. So they go and battle, and we have these guys on this side being the Autobot, along with Amygdalus Prime. So we have these guys getting in a clash. Okay, this guy's really tall. And then Liege Maximo goes and despises this. So he goes back in time knowing that the future can't be changed. He goes and creates one of his own evil. So when they go back in time, they go to the era of Nova Prime. Nova Prime way back before he was destroyed. Right after Nova Prime created Monstructor, they felt that they had a duty to go to different universe to go and make them free. he felt that the Cybertronians, they were far more superior than any other race and species. So he would go to different worlds and make them their slaves and teach them the ways of the Nova way. So we have these guys, but instead of traveling, he goes to another universe, a universe which he thought he can conquer. But this universe that he tried to conquer was actually the dead universe. And Vector Prime knew this, so Logos Prime tried to watch and lure Nova Prime into his way. But yet, it was too late, and they were trapped in the dead universe. The dead universe, which Unicron passed already, but he was able to escape. But there was another entity, an entity so evil, so corrupt, more evil than Unicron, that it went into Solus, into Novos Prime. So we have now a dead universe that tempts everyone into evilness. So we have this whole new universe that feeds on death. As Solus did not want to die, this entity felt that he was a good candidate to become Nemesis Prime. So now Nova Prime escaped and he went out. And then as Logos Prime saw this, he asked him to join him. So he did join him. And with this dead universe, the Dead Matrix was created. The Dead Matrix, which has the power to destroy Primus. So they go out. They go out for the quest to destroy Primus from the beginning. So that was Liege Maximo and Logos Prime all along. So will they be able to stop them? But then when Nova Prime, before he even went there, he went and dropped the Matrix and left it. And Vector Prime was able to get it. And from different universes, they even saw Super Rodimus with another Matrix. But they felt that Matrix was not the one. This Matrix was a different universe Matrix. But then they went to another universe, and Ultra Magnus was from another universe, and he carried the Matrix. And with this Matrix, they asked if they could use it for good. So we have Ultra Magnus handing over the actual Matrix. So now we have an army of good and bad. And then we have the Nemesis from Nemesis Prime creating the Nemesis army. And then you have Optimus that will come along. So we have these guys that are evil. Rodimus, Super Rodimus couldn't handle it. So Vector Prime went and called in